Buy, borrow, die. Average person borrows a huge amount compared to what they own. Borrows $250,000 against maybe $20,000 in savings. Takes decades of hard work to pay back. High risk to the bank. The rich borrow a small amount compared to what they have. Borrow $50 million against assets worth $200 million. Low risk, minimal risk, almost no risk. Banks love them. Roll out the red carpet, assign them private relationship managers, offer them terms that sound like fiction to regular people. The strategy has 3 phases. Buy assets that appreciate, never sell them. Borrow money against those assets, live on borrowed money. Die. Everything resets. That's it. That's the whole game. Phase 1. Buy. Begins with ownership. The wealthy don't stack cash in savings accounts earning 1% interest. They acquire appreciating assets, things that grow in value faster than inflation, faster than taxes, faster than almost anything. Stocks in growing companies, real estate in developing markets, private businesses with recurring revenue, intellectual property that generates royalties, fine art that becomes more valuable as the artist dies or becomes famous, farmland that produces income and appreciates. Goal? Not to flip, not to sell quickly, not to cash out and buy a yacht, to hold as long as possible. Decades if possible, generations if they can structure it right, while they increase in value, while they compound. Every big CEO paid almost exclusively in stock options, not salary, not cash. Paper that becomes valuable as the company grows. Wealth isn't in a bank account earning nothing. It's compounding inside assets that double every 7 years on average. And crucially, as long as those assets aren't sold, they're not taxed. Can't be taxed. The law doesn't allow it. Stock portfolio grows from 1 million to 5 million. That 4 million gain doesn't trigger taxes unless you sell. On paper, you're $4 million wealthier. The IRS doesn't care. Can't care until you cash out. Real estate works the same way. Buy property for $2 million. Hold it. Decade later, worth $6 million. Appreciation of $4 million. Unless you sell or refinance in certain ways, no taxes on that appreciation. Nothing. Zero. The value just sits there growing. Wealth snowballs, compounds, builds on itself. But appreciation alone doesn't pay bills, doesn't put food on tables or fuel in jets. So what do? Worth $100 million on paper but don't want to sell anything, don't want to trigger taxes. Next move. Phase 2. Borrow. Got a sizable portfolio? Banks are eager to help, practically begging to help. On $100 million in Amazon stock, commercial real estate? Go to Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley. Say this: I want liquidity, don't want to sell. Banker smiles, already knows what you need. Let's set up a credit facility. They evaluate your holdings, look at the quality, the stability, the likelihood those assets will maintain value. Offer you a line of credit based on loan-to-value ratio. 50% for stocks, 60 to 70% for real estate.
For more success content, earning opportunities, and endless giveaways, be sure to visit wealthhealthself.com.